Andy Glam, and I'm back with another makeup tutorial. So today's look is inspired by a lady that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Miss Bint Viegas. I hope I said that right. But she is so good. Like, her makeup looks are just so beautiful to me. And so today I'm just like doing what everybody else is doing in the house, quarantining, and I was like, you know what, I really want to play in some makeup and I needed some inspiration. So I will insert the picture here of the look that inspired me to do this look, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so this is a voiceover, and I'm starting off with some LA Pro Girl concealer, and I forget the shade, but I'll put it in the description box. Is it description box? Yeah, I'll put it down below. And this brush is a MAC brush. I don't know the number, but it's from MAC. Adding some more concealer. And you just want to like get that all over the eyelids. Make sure it's like everywhere, because that's what's gonna make your eyeshadow pop and keep it from creasing. I'm going to be working out of the Mia palette from Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and the Morphe palette, and I think this is the 350, what does it say, 3502 palette, and it's such a pretty palette. This is a brand new palette. I've never used it before, but I'm going to use it today. And I used the Mia palette because that was the only palette that I had with the shade closest to the one I'm trying to do, like she had in the picture. And I'm gonna start with some neutral colors so I can create some transition. So as you can see, I keep moving downward on my eyelid, and then I pick a darker shade of brown every time I move down the eyelid to create some transition on the eyelid, because I'm going to put some concealer over it, and I just want to make sure everything is like nicely blended out as far as like the shadow. So I'm using a nice clean fluffy brush to make sure everything is blended. So it's all about the blend. So I'm using a concealer from Pinky Rose palette, and I'm using just like a light shade, and I'm gonna put that at the, I'm gonna use that to, like, I guess you can say it's a cut crease, but I don't really feel like I'm really good at the cut crease yet. So I get a nice amount on my brush, and then I just put it on the lower part of the eyelid, and cover that lower part of my eyelid where I'm gonna put that that teal color. So I was gonna go in with that like vanilla shade, because I noticed in the picture, okay, this is where I see, and this is what happened when you're learning how to cut a crease. Like, your eye will naturally tell you where your cut crease should start, and that's what happened here. So now I'm going back and correcting it. But what I was gonna do was put some like a vanilla shade on the outer corner of my eyelid, because I noticed in her picture she had like a vanilla type eyeshadow in the corners, but when as you'll see, as I'm trying to put it on, it's not really showing up. So I just was like, forget it, let me go ahead and start adding the blue. Yeah, it's not showing up. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the blue to the center part of my eyelid, and then you'll see later on in the video where I go and add the vanilla type shade. But I believe I'm gonna get it out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, because it showed up a little bit better. It didn't show up as much like I wanted to with this palette that I'm using right now. Even this shade is not really pigmented enough the way that I wanted it to be, or I was expecting it to be for this look. But so yeah, I ended up using a shade out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, which you'll see later on in the video, to make the color pop a little bit more, because I just felt like this just was not doing it for me. So yeah, that's what's going on here. See, I just keep packing it on and packing it on, and it's still not getting dark enough the way I want it to be. So you'll see here shortly that I'm going to pull out that Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, so I think I got my eyelid kind of like how I like it. So she did put like some gold on the inner parts of her eyelid. So I'm going to use this shade out of the Juvia's Place palette. And I'll leave you guys the details in the description below on everything that I used. And this colors, Juvia Place colors are very pigmented. So you'll see that I'm just packing in that gold shade. Yeah, trust me, this camera is not doing it any justice. That gold is really popping. So she also has a very bold wing liner in her look. And so I'm going to go ahead and apply my wing liner, and then at some point I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, and then I'll come back on. Okay, so also in her eye look, she is using a liquid glitter liner. So the closest one I had to it was the Midnight Cowboy. I think this is Midnight Cowboy by Urban Decay. And she actually put that gold liquid eyeliner on top of the black eyeliner in her makeup look. So that's what I'm doing. I've had this for a long time, so I was really surprised that it wasn't dried out, but I made it work. So yeah, I'm just placing that gold liner right on top of the black liquid eyeliner. And then I'm gonna go off, and then I'm gonna come back on, and both eyes are done. And now I'm gonna take that same teal shade and put it on my lower eyelid. And then I'm going to at some point come back on and the other eye will be done. So both eyes are done, and now we're gonna go to the face. And so you guys know I'm using my favorite bronzer by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's in the shade Mahogany. So I'm going to bronze the face. And that brush that I'm using is a Real Technique brush, and it's dirty. I need to wash it. But that is the that may be a highlighter brush from Real Techniques, but I use it to bronze my face. So here it's gonna come up where I'm gonna do the opposite side of my face, but I'm gonna mess up. So I'm glad I did that because I want to show y'all how. So see right here, I put too much bronzer on my face, way too much bronzer on my face. So let me show you guys how I correct that. So it's a real simple fix. All you have to do is, once you kind of finish applying the bronzer, see, and it's just way too much, I take some translucent setting powder, and I take a buff. I guess this is like a, I don't know what this is, like a buff powder puff, a powder puff. Yeah, powder puff. And I dip it in the translucent powder, and then I make a sharp line under the bronzer, if I'm making any sense. And I do the other side too, because you want your face to be symmetrical. You want both sides to be even. So I take that powder and I basically go under the bronzer all the way down to my jawbone. And then once I feel like it's even, I take a big fluffy brush and then I just like buff it out. So I feel like it's even now. And this is how I correct my face whenever my bronzer is not even. I like to correct it this way. I don't know where I picked this up from, some technique, somebody, I don't know, I saw somebody do it and it works really well. So you just buff it out and then voila. So buff the other side out and voila, it's gone. And that, my friends, is how you correct when you mess up on your bronzer. Now you can kind of see it a little bit. You can take the brush and keep going at it and it will disappear, but for the video's sake, I think you guys get the idea. Of course, I have to go under my jaw because I like to have that definition right there. And then in a few minutes, you guys will see me contour the nose. Okay, so I really didn't want to talk much about the blush. You guys have seen me use this blush in the last two of my videos. This is the Fleeting Romance by MAC, and I'm going to highlight with Huda. And I love this palette. The highlighters in this palette are very, very pigmented, and it's one of my favorites. As you can see right now, it's just so pigmented. Like, the highlight is just popping. It's one of my favorite highlighters. I don't use it too often, but for this look, I wanted to pull it out. And I just put a little bit on the bridge of my nose. I don't really too much like to put bronzer on the tip of my nose. It just looks like weird. I may like dab it a little bit, but for the most part, I don't really like to put too much on the tip. So now I'm going to do my lips. So I'm lining my lips with, I believe that is Chestnut by MAC. The lipstick is going to be Half and Half by MAC, and the lip gloss is, I don't know the name, I'll put it down below, but it's the Taraji P. Henson limited edition lip gloss that came out. I want to say it came out sometime last year. Yeah, I think it came out last year. But I don't know why I never get when I line my lips, I never get them even. But it's okay. It's gonna fade out once I put the lipstick on and the gloss on. It'll come together. Y'all forgive me for chewing. I chewed my gum all through this video, but I was hungry and I was trying to push through this video. So yeah. Yep, this is the Taraji P. Henson. I want to say it's like a Viva Glam gloss. I don't know. I could be lying. But anyway, it's the Taraji P. Henson limited edition MAC lip gloss. So yeah, I'm just blending it in. And I think my eyes look really, really, really good. So, of course, I always forget to put on my mascara. Yeah, see, yeah. Don't forget your mascara, girl. This is just plain old Maybelline mascara. You can buy it anywhere, $4, nothing special. And I always like to just like go over my bottom lashes because I like for them to just like pop. And these lashes, in case y'all are wondering, these are the Miss 3D lashes that I get from the beauty supply for $2.99. Y'all know how I do. So yeah, this completes my look. I hope you guys like it. And by the way, I actually tagged Miss Bentavigas, I hope I'm saying her name right, in this. I tagged her in a picture on Instagram, and she actually posted me on her page. Yay for me! Alright, see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.